What's going on, guys? Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to show you my setup on my brand new MacBook Air as a software engineer. I'm going to go over the tools that I install, how do I configure this laptop so that I can work comfortably as a software engineer. Now, two things which I'm not really happy about these new chips, and that is the actual support for Docker and GoLang. So again, Docker and GoLang, this is pretty much the two things that I'm missing right now, but everything else should be nice and easy to install. So I'm just going to go through with you my entire configuration, IDEs, terminals, so on and so forth. So if you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, give me a thumbs up so I can keep on recording these videos, and without further ado, let's kick off this video. So right here, what I actually have the actual list. So I've done a list of everything that I'm going to install, and also you can find everything in the description of this video. So the first thing that I need to do here is to configure my mouse. So I actually don't like to click, so click on my mouse, and also when I drag the windows, I like to use the 3 fingers. So what I'm going to do here is go to system preferences, and let me get this right here. So system preferences, and then I'm going to go to trackpad, and right here, so tap to click, which is this. Basically I'm just tapping to click, right? So this is what I want actually. And then I'm gonna go back, and then right here in the, I think it's accessibility. So where is it? Accessibility right here. And then I'm gonna scroll down, and I should see, actually pointer control. And then right here, trackpad options, and then enable dragging, and then 3 fingers, and then okay. So now I can get my 3 fingers and then just move around things just like that. So that's pretty much the setup that I do initially. Now I'm going to install Chrome, so let's go ahead and grab Chrome. So I'm not a big fan of Safari, so let's go install Chrome. So Google, and then right here let's say Chrome, and right here I think we get the option. So let's see, download Chrome and Mac with Apple chip. So that's the one I want. Allow. Just give it a second. So my internet is actually really slow. So yeah, so I've actually done a first impressions video on these new laptops. So the thing which I'm not happy about, and is just because of lack of support right now, is that Docker is not yet compatible with the new M1 chip. So yeah, so you know, containerizing and you know, Kubernetes, it's just something that I use quite a lot, and I feel like it's like it's just so annoying not having it. So that's downloaded. Let's actually install it. So right here, let me just, I just clicked it twice. So skip verifying, and just gonna drag that into applications. And that should be it. Right, so let me close this, let me close that, press Command space, and then here I'm gonna search for Chrome. There we go, Google Chrome installed, and we're good to go. So let me just open this guy, and I'm gonna set it, and I'm not going to send any statistics. Chrome as my default, and there you have it. So in here, what I'm going to install are a couple of tools which I use every single day, and I don't think I could live without it, and that is Clippy. So search for Clippy. I'm actually leaving all the tools that I'm using here. So oops, so let me agree, it's actually Clippy, so I can't type today. So Clippy, just like that. And right here I think they have a website, so yeah, that's the website. You can find all of these links. So let me just download this, and what this allows me to do is to have my history, so I can access my history, my clipboard history, right within this tool. So it's quite nice. So let me just install it. There we go. Sorry. Right, so that's done. So Clippy is installed, and we're going to configure it right now. So I'm going to search for Clippy, and it says that to open Clippy you need to install Rosetta. So basically it enables Intel based features to run on Apple Silicon Macs, right? So not every single software out there is compatible, so we have Rosetta to rescue. And right now for Clippy, I'm not gonna notice you know, the 20% drop or anything like that, so I'm just going to install it right now. So that should be really straightforward, and then put my password, and that's done. Cool. So let me open Clippy again and see. Right, so I'm gonna open that, and I'm gonna launch on startup, and you're gonna love this, seriously. And then right here, so if I put my finger there and then enable this, actually allow, there we go. So now if I press shift command and then V, you can see that I've got my history there. So if I command C on that, and then say, for example, Google, and then command C, and now if I press shift command V, you can see on my history I do have Google and Clippy. So this is a tool that I use quite often, so it's super amazing. The next one is Spectacle. So Spectacle, Mac app. So this one is another one which is really good for moving and resizing windows. So right now this is super easy, just put it into applications and then open Spectacle. There we go, open, and right here I'm going to use my finger, so this is much quicker. There we go, and that's done. So now what this allows me to do is, if I grab this window, I can press shift command, or actually alt option and then F goes full screen, and then option command and then left, you can see that it resizes, right, and then if I want to the corner, I always forget this, but we get there. So I think it's, yeah, so this is moving, yeah, so we can move it like that, like this as well. And then I can't remember the other keyboard shortcut, but it's amazing. But one that I use often is, if I want to move it to this small screen, I can just press shift control, or actually control option command and then left, and then it basically moves between full screen. There we go, and it's super nice, guys. I think you should have this tool. The next one is the screensaver. So this is called Arial. Screensaver. So I think they do have a website now, so you can find the links to everything under the description of this video. So here I'm just going to download and then open up this DMG and then basically just drag it in here. There we go. And now open. Is it Arial? Oh, actually companion. There we go, Arial companion. And open. And then next. And I want to try the beta releases, so I'm fine with that. And basically run in the background and notify. So basically just configure the way you want it, and then you can buy a coffee or not. Yeah, so that's about it. So now I have this thing here, so where I can basically, if I click launch now, you'll see what's going to happen. Oops. And I think that there we go. So you can see that I get this awesome screensaver, and it changes and it's super nice. So what we need to do here is go to settings. Oops, not that. So let me close that and close or hide Chrome for now. So go to settings, system preferences, and then go to displays. Actually not displays, desktop and screensaver, and then screensaver, and then right here make sure you tick Arial, and then basically you can configure. So if I go to screensaver, it's asking some questions, next, and basically you can configure the video storage and the cache. So I'm just gonna say next here, and then do not adapt videos, so that's fine to me, and then close. And then here we can select the favorites. So what do you want to see, right, when you have the screensaver? So I kind of like the Dubai one, so the shot over Dubai, downtown, nighttime as well. So all of these are really nice. So yeah, so go and customize the way you want it. It's really nice. So I'm just gonna leave it there, and that's about it. So if I close now, so it's actually downloading now the tools. Right, so I'm just gonna put this right here. So it's, oops, you're not letting me quit. Fine, I'm just gonna abandon this for now, and then just come back. So yeah, so that's about it. So this is everything. So now let's install Homebrew. So Homebrew is the package manager for Mac OS. So through Homebrew we can install pretty much everything. So home and then brew. I'm just gonna block for now, and then here. So I want to show you that if I open terminal, so I'm just going to open terminal, and I'm going to paste that command to install Homebrew, put my password, and you can see that it says that Homebrew is not yet supported on ARM processors. So basically we have two options. We can install under Rosetta 2 or better, so right here. So if I skip that, so in here if I scroll down, oh actually not scroll down, let me open the terminal again and paste that command, and again if I press shift command V, you can see that I've got Clippy there. So cancel that, and then I want to install that, and you can see that I've got this link. So I'm just going to go into this link, and basically it's telling me that this is how I can install under Mac OS ARM, right? So what I'm going to do is the following. So I'm going to put this to a side, and then this to the side, and then here let me put this bigger so you can see, just like that, clear that. So here what we're going to do is cd into opt, just like that, and then we're going to make dir, and then home brew, and then oops, so sudo, or actually sudo, oops, and then exclamation mark twice. There we go. And there we have it. So now what I'm going to do is say sudo and then own and then -r. So basically we want to own this folder, so we don't have to say sudo all the time. And then here, so who am I, and then basically we want to do that under OMBO. And I've got a typo there, so if I go back, so it should be own, just like that, and that's done. So now what we're gonna do is cd into Homebrew, and in here what we're gonna do is just take this command, so here this curl, and then there, run it, and it says that could not sh their own brew, right? So let's have a look. I think I have to go back. So here, paste that, and yes, so that worked. So if I go to Homebrew, ls, there we go. So cd and then bin, and then I can say here, you can see brew, enter, and I need to install xc run. So basically it's the command line developer tools. So install that, agree. Wow, 2 hours. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. Wow, I was gonna cry now. Wow, 2 hours to download the software. That would have been crazy. So yeah, internet in the UK is really crap, guys. Yeah, it's something which I don't understand how it's really slow. But yeah, I'm struggling to find a good internet provider with great speeds, but this is what I have to live with. So yeah, so 2 minutes, so just give it a second. My candle is not showing up. There we go. Let's see if I can type with the candle just there, or maybe here. There we go, that's much better. Still 3 minutes. Oh boy, really slow internet. Yeah, so currently I'm using a standing desk, which is quite good, to be honest, if you do some coding, because you don't want to sit the whole day. Some exercise, especially during the lockdown, it's been really helpful. Instead of just sitting the whole day, can stand, get my legs tired, sit down, and then keep on alternating. So yeah, right, 2 seconds left. Oh boy, this is embarrassing. 2 seconds, come on. Let me actually open a new tab and see whether this works. So let me do ls, see. Right, so let me just say brew. And yeah, it seems that it's already installed. So, and it actually did. So nice, cool. So that is done. So now with brew, what we can do is actually install a few packages. So the first package that I'm going to install is iterm, right? So let's say brew. So from here, so within, so we're gonna change the path in a second, but for now let's just say brew. So brew, and then install, and then iterm 2. Nice, so this has successfully installed, so I can search for iterm, and you can see that I do have iterm right now. So there you have it. So now I'm going to install zshrc. So right here, still within pwd, still within opt and then homebrew bin, I'm going to say brew and then install and then zshrc. So this now will be my default shell, and if you want to learn more about zshrc, go ahead and check my YouTube channel and my website, where I've got a complete course on zshrc and bash and whatnot. So that's completely done. So now let's install oh my zshrc. So here, so it's very straightforward the way we do install it. So we just have to, so if I search for installation, so curl, so we're just gonna grab that command, and then in here, so using iterm, I'm going to dash that in, and you should see that now it's installed, and there we go. You can see that this now has changed the cursor. So if I zoom in, you can see that now it's a bit different. So now what we're gonna do is the following. So right now, in order for us to use brew, so if I say brew right here, it doesn't know about it. So what I'm gonna do is the following. I'm going to say echo and then export. So basically, what I want to do is actually echo to, and then I'm going to say path equals to, and then within double quotes, so I'm going to say / opt and then homebrew and then / bin and then column and then $ and then path. And then outside that, I'm going to redirect that to tilde and then / zshrc. There we go. And now if I open up a new shell and then say brew, you can see that now we have brew in our path, which means that now I can just, so if I put this to the side, I can just remove this terminal, which I never use, and now I can configure iterm. So here, let's go to preferences and then appearance, and then here I'm gonna go to minimal, so all black. There we go. And what we're gonna do here, so let me actually close that window. So here, actually let me go back here. So here what we need to do is actually go to keys, I believe, or profiles and then keys, and then I changed this to escape plus so that I can use the basically command B for back and then command F for forward, moving inside of my terminal basically. So you can also go and change the appearance, so profiles, and then you can go to colors and change a bunch of things, which I'm gonna skip for now. So for now, all black is fine. So there you have it. We have our terminal complete setup with zshrc and oh my zshrc, and also Homebrew installed perfectly. So now what we're going to install is IDEs. So let's begin by installing, so brew so brew install -- cask, and then here we want Visual Studio and then code. So this will take a second. So with Homebrew, we can install basically every single package out there instead of us having to go directly to the website and then basically downloading like that. So I prefer usually like this, it's much quicker. Yeah, so now if I search for VS Code, so VS Code, Visual Studio Code. Come on, there we go. And you can see that it's just opened. And just give it 1 second. It's thinking. There we go. Visual Studio Code. There you have it. So awesome. So let me close that. So now let's also install. So here I'm going to install Sublime and then text. So I love Sublime, I gotta be honest. And the reason why I love Sublime is mainly for notes. Literally, that's all I like about Sublime. I don't know, there is something about Sublime which is good for notes. I don't know why, but yeah, it's just good. So yeah, so we got Visual Studio Code, Sublime, and then next what we're going to install is JetBrains-toolbox. So this allows us to install Java, not Java, allows us to install IntelliJ, GoLang, PyCharm, and all the rest. So here, so if I search for Sublime, you can see that we have Sublime installed as well. So yeah, there we have it, Sublime. So now let's navigate to let me open up Chrome here. So let me put this a little bit bigger so you can see. So here, so I'm gonna say JetBrains-toolbox, and basically here we can download every single IDE from within this app. So it's really nice. So, and I think we can even install that through Brew. Yes, we can actually do that. So in fact, let me actually do it. So we can say brew install and then cask and then JetBrains dash and then toolbox. There we go. So you can see that it's basically doing the exact same thing as I did, going to the website and then downloading the DMG file and then basically run it. It's just doing through here and installing it, which is super nice. So just give it a second. Nice. So that's installed. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open Toolbox and open right here. Let me collapse this and this as well, and I can eject that. I can eject Clippy and I can eject Chrome as well. Oops, usually I don't like notifications, so let's just eject, and then Toolbox is right here. I'm going to accept, and there we go. So basically from here you can install basically all the IDEs. So I'm going to install basically IntelliJ Ultimate. So I've got a license, PyCharm Professional, WebStorm. In fact, let me just log in. So if I go back here, and you can see that I'm logged in now, and now if I collapse, oh, actually I can close this. So if I open up Toolbox, let me just close this. If I open up Toolbox, cool. So I can install Ultimate. So there is installing. Let's install the edition as well. PyCharm Professional, WebStorm, DataGrip, and GoLang. Even though I can't do Go development, I'm going to install GoLang from when it's ready. So yeah, so it's going to take a while to install all of those. My internet is really slow, but yeah, so that's every single IDE that I use. Next, let's install. So what we're going to install is programming languages. So in here again, OMBO to rescue. So let's say brew and then install. Well, actually I can just say this right. So what we want node, and I think it's just without without cask. So let's just see, install node, and there we go. So now we have node. So if I type node, there we go, you can see that we have node. So I think we can just say Control D there to quit. So the same, I'm going to install next what we need. So we have node, let's install Python. So brew install Python, and there we go. So if I type pip and then 3, there we go. So we have pip 3 there. And now let's install Java. So I'm gonna say brew, and then tap, and then open, adopt openjdk. So I'm gonna install openjdk instead of Java from Oracle. So here I'm gonna say openjdk. There we go. So brew and then search, and then Java. Let's see the available versions available. Available versions available. Oh, actually not Java, JDK. There we go. So let's actually go with 15, the latest. So where is it? So there we go. Adopt openjdk and then 15. This one right here. So this will be like that. So brew, install cask, and then adopt openjdk. And there we go. So it's installing, and you can see that it's actually getting it from an Amazon S3 bucket. Nice. And this will take a while, by the way. It's Java. This is not Node or Go or Python. It's actually Java. So yeah, it's gonna take a while. And also my internet is slow. Right, cool. So let me put my password. And there we go. So let's see. If I say Java C, there you have it. So now we have Java installed. And as I said, I want to install GoLang, but at the moment it is not possible. So yeah, I'm super sad. So moving on to databases. So for databases, what I'm going to do is install Postgres through this application right here, Postgres app. So this is the easiest way for you to work with Postgres, and you can experiment with different tools. So I'm not even going to install it through the terminal or with OMBO, because I want to be able to experiment with different versions. So yeah, so it's really straightforward. So let's download, and then here the latest release is 13. So download, and again I just have to wait. My internet is slow. For 63 megs, it's taking like 3 minutes. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, so if you want to learn about databases, Postgres, I've just released a complete series of courses starting from beginner all the way to advanced, where you learn about transactions, indexes, database administration. Yeah, so that's the complete course. Well, actually that's a more advanced, but there are 3 courses where you will learn everything about working with databases, mainly Postgres and SQL. So in here, so I'm going to install it. So it's simple as just putting it here, and there you have it. So now if I search for Postgres, you can see that it's there. Open, initialize. It was just here. So let's see. There we go. So we have a database up and running with no issues. Nice. So if I actually go inside, so let's just say, there we go. So /l, and there we go. So it's working beautifully. Let me actually terminate this and also stop the database. So yeah, so now let me actually close this. So let's install Postman. So brew install, and I think we can just say Postman. Let's see if that works. And yes, it does. And while that's installing, let's also install what I use for video editing. So I mainly use Camtasia. So right here, I need to go to their website because I've got license for the older version. So Camtasia 2019. I think it should be this link right here. No, not that link. Or just download. Download links. There we go. So I've got license for this older version, so 2019 right here. So I'm just gonna download that one, and there we go. So that will take a while. And also for video editing, I have Adobe Creative Cloud. So I've got an account with them. So I use Photoshop, Premiere, and that's actually, and also Lightroom, and that's about it really. So I'm not going to install it now because I actually have like a really complicated password, and I need to get that off another tool which I need to configure with Chrome. But yeah, so I use that quite a lot. Yeah, and the last thing that I'm going to install is Zoom and Notion. So right here, so Zoom mainly for video edit, conference calls with people. So here, brew install cask, and then Zoom. Oh, actually -- cask, and then Zoom. And we also have Postman now. So Postman. So let me just open Postman. So this is usually if I want to test APIs. I don't use it all the time, but I've always had it installed, so I always install it. So there you go, Postman. And for Zoom, I need to put my password. So password there. Fine, you want to access downloads folder, I'll give you that, and there we have it. We have Zoom installed. Boom. And last but not okay, so you want to access my microphone. I'm not going to allow notifications because I really don't like them, especially when I'm recording videos, and then you've got a bunch of them coming in, and then editing that is just a pain. So last is Notion, and you can see like why using Brew, it's super quick to install software, right? You don't have to go to their website, download the executables, and then basically manually, so you can do it through Zoom, which is amazing. And yeah, so did I say through Zoom or through Brew? I think it was through Brew, OMBO. Yeah, and so yeah, Notion is something that I've been using recently, to keep myself organized. It's a nice tool that you should try as well and have installed. And yeah, so that's about it really. I think that's everything. So obviously I didn't install Adobe CC because I need to log in, and I use an extension for Chrome which has all my passwords, and I think it's OnePass. I think that's the name, OnePass. yeah, so there you have it. So Camtasia is almost installing. Adobe CC I would install as well. And then we've got Notion here, which is taking a while to install. And there we go. So if I search for Notion and open, there we go. So it was taking a while, but that's Notion installed there. So this is pretty much everything that I use. And obviously, let's search for Git. Yeah, we have Git installed. Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother. But yeah, we have Git installed. So yeah, so this is pretty much everything that I use as a software engineer. So let me know what other tools that you use. I would love to know your workflows and so on. So I don't use any Git GUI client. Everything is through the terminal. And yeah, so that's pretty much about it. Let me know what you thought about this video, whether you enjoyed it or not. If you want to see more videos like this, comment down below, and also let me know what tools you use. So the entire list for everything that I installed, including the commands, will be in the description of this video. And also I'm going to write a blog so people can reference to it in case they need to. It was a pleasure installing these apps with you together. And yeah, so if you're not part of the Amigos Code community, go ahead and join. I would love to see you there. And yeah, just let me know what you thought about this video. Thanks for watching. Assalamu alaikum. Stay safe, and I'll catch you very soon. See ya.